Guled. Another
Is it
week,
on now?
another week.
That's
What's going on?
what's up.
I see you got the Hackney with Bob's tabber.
Come on, get me. Muscle fit.
Saying
How
that,
much,
saying
how
that.
much are you selling them for?
£40 each, you know.
Brother,
£40
you give me
each
this
as
for
well.
free?
Come on, you're
Nah,
the
you're a
bro,
real
man.
brother, man.
Come on, man.
That's it. My guy, you
Saying
know.
nothing,
Thank
saying
you so
nothing.
much.
Well, as you're wearing also the green, we might as well get straight into what we need to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Nigeria.
Nigeria.
And the whole of Africa, per se, as well. You've seen what's been going on.
Yeah, bro.
I think a lot of times we talk about police brutality in the UK, in America, and now we're seeing it happening in Africa. Because we normally say, oh, police are racist, man, they don't like black people, but the same thing's happening in our own countries. So is it just that if you're in a position of power that you're corrupt?
Bro, if you was back home, yeah, the way you're conducting yourself on the streets of London, these people running around with knives and that, they would have got slapped by these police officers all day long. You know what I mean? Back home, it's all about money. And the people with money control the place.
Yeah.
As soon as the people at the lower end start making noise, the people at the top end start feeling threatened. So that's when a lot of actions and a lot of violence occur, because they feel a bit intimidated, thinking, you know what, the people at the bottom they may realise that we don't even know all of this. They may realise that we need them more than they need us. And once they realise that, then we could be taken out of position. So that's why what's happening in Nigeria, and it happens in a lot of countries in Africa, that the police are acting violent.
And and when we look at it, we're talking about in terms of not just corruption of what's going on in terms of Nigerian police brutality, but in the whole of Africa in terms of our natural resources, man. Africa's the richest continent in the world. We have everything, and we're in a position now where they put us in a place that where we feel Africans feel they need the West. When if you think about it, Africa don't we need the West. We got all the food over there. We got all the plants, all the ingredients, and then we got all the oil, we got all the diamond,
all the resources.
Nothing
back
grows
home. All the stuff.
elsewhere.
No.
So,
but they used us to gain all of their access.
do you think there's any way Africa can reclaim its power? Because I don't think it can, in a sense that if you start making a bit of noise, they pay off a few people.
Yeah, and you sell your people out.
Call some hassle.
Yeah, make some noise.
Gaddafi's back, and the top Gaddafi's gone now.
Yeah.
Oh, the reason
Mugabe tried to make a bit of noise. They tried to say Mugabe's a bad guy.
they sanctioned him, lost everything.
Look at that.
So when you start raising your mouth a bit, do you think that the West will say, look, we're watching you, and that's why
stay in your lane.
And you think that's
the same thing with the Turkish president, because he's making a lot of noise, and they say, yo, stay in your lane, big man. Stay in your lane, big man. But because Turkey's linked up with Russia, they can't really chat too much smoke to him. But Russia's got a lot of smoke. You get me? So that's why they're not pressuring Turkey like that. But when you come to these little small countries like Syria and Afghanistan and all these places there, they can bully them kind of places because there's not a lot of strong people to hold them up, bro. And it's sad, bro.
And you think it's just bullying tactics?
It's a bullying thing, man. It's a bullying thing, man. It's just like the same way people are conducting themselves on the streets of London is how they conduct themselves in a worldly affair. It's the bullies. The higher people are always the bullies, and they're trying to control the place.
So everyone's doing protests, and we done the Black Lives Matters march, and people are protesting the other day. Does protest do anything?
Protest just it does do something. There's gonna be in Nigeria. Unfortunately, there's a lot of things that happen, but when people make noise and there's violence, after violence, there's always good that comes out of violence. You know, and I know it sounds a bit odd, but when there's ever violence, good comes after it. So I believe there's going to be good coming towards Nigeria.
And not just Nigeria, I think the rest of the world. And like I said, we pray for everyone in these situations, because in Congo, where I'm from, all these things have been happening as well. Apologies at the moment, guys. I look hella rough. I need to get a trim today as well. So anyway, we keep it moving. But anyway, we hope everyone in Africa are at peace, and that people can find some peace. I know there's a lot of violence that's going on over there, and we just pray. We pray for you guys and hope that there can be some form of solution that can be found, and it allows people to live their life accordingly without the threat of police violence, police brutality, and corruption. But that's the thing, though. Like, if you're the president of a country and then they tell you, look, take all of this. To me personally, I got to the point where I realized money isn't the end all be all. So
you're a money man, though.
No, I'm not a money man.
You like you're money oriented.
I'm business orientated. But what I'm trying to say is that there's more value in doing good for the people and take, because these presidents, they say, oh, take all this money and then you do stuff for you and your family, and then you're watching your people be poor. But what people forget to understand is that you're all gonna die one day, and you have some form of judgment. There'll be something when you look back and say, what legacy did you live?
Get me? And the first people are gonna be judged, and I'm Muslim, and one of the first people that get judged is the rulers of the countries. You know, people that are being controlled in countries and stuff, the rulers, they're going to be questioned first. How did you conduct yourself when you control that country? Was the people moving right, or was you being harsh towards them? So that responsibility is on their head, man. Everyone's going to be accountable. Everyone's going to be accountable for everything. So that's what's up.
Moving on, and a bit lighter. So I was watching Link Up TV yesterday, and Lippy, Margs, and Young Teflon were talking about their top 5 lyricists. Now, this is not your own personal favorite rappers, because like my favorite rappers could be someone like Guled, because also being biased that I grew up over there, and he doesn't really get known as a lyricist, although he's a lyricist, but he wouldn't be in my top 5 lyricists. So what do you consider a lyricist first and foremost?
Someone that uses their word articulately and they can paint a picture with their words. Someone like that, someone that I can feel, and someone that I feel like I'm going through something that he's talking about. That's someone that I connect with a lot.
Alright, straight into it then. Who's your top 5?
Top 5. This is my brother. DVS is my number 1. DVS is
number one lyricist.
Hands down. DVS got man through a lot of things. Top 5, DVS. Number 2, Page.
Okay, you're taking it back.
I can listen to Page all day long and listen to Page. Number 3, it has to be Nines. Nines is got, get me, I love his flow, I love his character, and I love the way he conducts himself, so I respect him as a person. Get me, as well. Potter Paper, say less. We can't play with Potter. And yeah, last but not least, Gigs, man.
Okay.
Gigs, he's on job. Yeah. He's real on job.
Me personally,
I would have squeezed in Stinks as well. If I had to sing, Stinks is good as well, man. I respect Stinks, cause
shout out Stinks as well.
Yeah, big up Stinks, innit? Get me, so. But other than that, yeah.
So you're taking it quite old school. Any of the new school artists you feel? Anyone in the new school that you feel like is...
Born Trappy.
I don't think I've heard of him.
Born Trappy is from acting.
Okay.
I've seen this young man grow up all his life. The lyrics that he talks about, the way the way he conducts his words, it's crazy, man. A lot of people, a lot of his words, it goes over what a lot of people said. If actually they sat down and listened to what he was saying, and the fact, because I've known him and the way he conducts himself, that makes me have a bit of more connection with him. So yeah, Born Trappy, man.
For me personally, my number 1 lyricist is Chip. Yeah. I'm talking about clever bars, clever punchlines, things that make me feel, yeah. Like, not necessarily, Chip can't tell me a story. I don't listen to Chip when I'm banged up in my cell or at home or I'm driving. Let me listen to Chip, and I listen to Chip for the clever bars. He gives jabs there, and he got these flows ridiculous, and he can jump on any job. He jumps on anything. He can do the clashing thing.
You have to be on job to come against Chips.
Yeah,
because
but he can't. He's not a storyteller. He's not someone that I can listen to just when I'm on a vibe, when I'm trying to reminisce on stuff. I can't really listen to Chip.
DVS.
That's DVS, yeah, for me, Chip. Then I'll go with Gets.
Gets, yeah?
Yeah, Gets. I think what he's done over the few years is going up there to become...
To be honest, I only listened to Gets, only back in there when it was ghetto. It was getting ghetto, innit?
But I think
not now.
I think back in those days, he was shouting a bit more, where I wouldn't... But now if you see, he's very composed, he's very articulate, and he's telling a story, and his lyrics are impactful. They got a message to it.
Should we do grime? Should we do a couple of grime as well?
Yeah, it's all. It's rap art. It's all. So it's all. So that's why I've gone for Chip, and then Gets, and then after that, I think it's anyone's game. To be fair, it could be Potter Paper, it could be a Nines, it could be a Gigs, it could be a DVS.
What about anyone?
You know what? With Heady One,
he's dangerous,
With Heady One, you know what it is? I like him as a person. I think he's a funny character as well. He makes good music, but I struggle to understand everything he's saying. I don't know if it's just me.
No, is he mumbling like?
Not like he's mumbling, but that might just be his voice.
It's his own thing.
That's his voice. Yeah. But I struggle to pick up every single thing that he's saying. Does that make sense? Yeah. So I listen to it, but I struggle to pick up everything that he's saying. KO from Hackney is hard.
Okay, you're all going for Young Spray.
Young Spray is hard.
Young Spray is hard. Hey, there's a lot of bad.
Young Spray is from that era where
that's when I used to listen to music hard.
It tells your story. So with a new artist, because I don't think the duo artist can really tell your story per se. It's not the same. So that's what I'm saying. That's why you got obviously Heady One got the #1 the other day, but you got people like Nines and Pot of Paper where you can listen to bars and it's completely different. Yeah. So yeah, for me, Chip gets, and then everyone knows battle for the top 5.
Yeah, man. DVS is for me, man. Regardless whatever he done, but that guy, he got man through a lot of dark days. What? DVS is the man. And there's not one tune that I can say I can skip past with DVS. No way. And Page.
And quickly, I want to touch on something because I'm working with Younger TV at the moment, and one of the debates I was talking about yesterday, they were saying that at the moment in prison, everyone's locked down because of COVID. They're only allowed to meet with like maybe 20 or more prisoners at a time, and you're still moving in with 6s, and you can't have your family. There's the family visit. Only some prisoners done family visit. Could you have coped at that time? Could you have coped at that time, not being able to see your loved ones the way they are now, and they're just being like banged up, continuously banged up? What is it for your mentality?
To be honest with you, bro, I went through what they're going through right now, and I'm not just saying this just for the camera. I've done bang up. I've done block time. I've done no TV. So what they write, and I've done 2 years, 3 years without a visit. You understand? So that's normal to me. But for someone, a person like you that had visits on the regular, then it may break you. But I've already been through that struggle. I've seen that, man. I've seen days where I've been down block for 3 months. You understand? And not seeing no one, just getting an hour out of my cell. So yeah, for me, baby food.
Baby food.
Baby food.
You said when they match this man up.
Yeah, this man up. No, read books. I learned how to read down the block. Imagine that.
Because they're saying that a lot of people are committing suicides at the moment. There've been like, I think 25 suicides over the first 2 months of COVID in prisons.
Literally.
People are not coping with it.
Find God. Find God.
Just simple as that.
Find God. That's it, man. Just find God. Cause if you're going through all these struggles in life and you don't have no higher spirit that's looking after you, man, I pray for you, man, because I don't know what's keeping you strong.
Lastly, you know, you've been doing your what you call it, your projects and that. So you met some guy the other day who's
George,
yeah.
Brother, yeah.
So how's things going?
George is alright, you know. George right now currently he's been given a hotel room for a week, and someone's paid for that through my Instagram. So big up you. I'm not gonna say your name, so again, you don't want to be mentioned. So big up you, George. Right now, I've raised up £500 for George, £550. I'm trying to say 20 bags. I don't know what I was trying to build a house or something for George. I don't know what I was trying to do for George, but I was thinking high for George, didn't it? But I spoke to George. Me and George rang me last night and said, "So what? How much you make now, big man?" He's trying to put me on. George put me on. He said, "So how much are we on now?" I said, "Big man, we're on 550." He said, "Oh, bro, the line's dying right now. What's going on? You need to pick it up."
But you have to also make sure. How do you make sure that he's not using the money stupidly?
No, because he knows Priory. He's gone to a rehabilitation place called Priory. George is a very intelligent guy. He knows what he's doing. He even said to me, "Guled, I can't even go in there straight away, you know. I have to fix up on the roads and then go into rehab."
But does that work? What does it mean, fix up on the road?
Yeah, I need to slow down. Like, I need to clean myself a bit more when I'm out here. You know?
But no, why would you? For me,
so why would you need to go rehab then?
No, for me, you go straight to rehab. Why you cleaning yourself up a little bit more? Is that you're still gonna be on that on the food. So for me personally, I say that slap him into rehab and just get him straight in there, because him being on the road still he's gonna get a phone call from someone.
I've got people that approach me on my Instagram that are willing to give George track suits and stuff like that. But if you guys are doing it generally for the sake of from your heart, then yeah, so be it. But if it's like, if you're trying to do it in a way where you're trying to get light, then be real to yourself, man.
No, but no one's gonna know that they've done that. So I'm more, if people are gonna donate, I think
that's down to them. And plus I've got the prisoners, and 5 prisoners coming out of prison, and I'm raising £5,000 for them. So I've got a bag too. I've raised like 1,200 for them. So I'm trying to move with that project there as well.
Have you started contacting prisoners that how can a prisoner apply basically now?
Well, apparently no. You know what? At this moment in time, because of the COVID thing, I'm not even really trying to say now. As soon as 2021 kicks in and see how it is, hopefully everything is normal, then yeah, I'm just gonna hit up somehow, probably deal through you somehow and get 5 different individuals. I don't need to know the 5 people myself, because it's not fair. I'm just gonna sit down there, even if I have to go to do prison to prison visits.
I mean, I can hook you up with, I can work with a lot of prisoners. I can hook you up with a prison and say, look, my man's got this project, who's coming out soon, who do you guys recommend, and also
he wants to
for
pick 5
probation,
people. You get me? That's what's up. So yeah.
Alright then, man, that's it for a nice and quick short one, but by the next time you see us, we're gonna be everything all patterned. We've got people gonna be working with us now as well. So we tried it last couple of weeks ago, it was only spontaneous. And then obviously I'm still working with Guled on a couple of things, and so let's do another video. But the next time you see it, everything will be patterned, immaculate. Yeah?
Definitely.
Say that, bro.